Welcome to Five Who Care. I'm KVUE's Terry Gruca, and we're so grateful you're here with us tonight. This is one of my favorite events of the year, and while COVID has made things look a little bit different this year, it is no less special. For 32 years, KVUE, along with ABC Home and Commercial Services and Henna Chevrolet, have been recognizing the selfless people who make Central Texas a great place to live. Our Five Who Care, Five Kids Who Care awards always inspire, and there is no shortage of that this year. Mahatma Gandhi once said, the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in service to others. And that is exactly what our honorees do every day. No matter their age, these adults and children do so much. They found ways to give back to their community, in some cases despite overcoming some incredible challenges of their own. And we're fortunate to be able to honor another 10 volunteers again this year. You will be inspired by their generosity, and so let's honor them tonight. Before we get to that, a word from our General Manager, Christy Gonzalez, and our sponsors.
Terry, thank you so much for that introduction. As she said, I'm Christy Gonzalez. I'm the President and General Manager of KVUE Television. Thank you so much for being here for our first virtual year of Five Who Care. We've got some incredible people to honor today. They have raised more than $1 million. They've shared their gifts and talents with their community, like scuba and dance. They've fed people who are hungry. These stories are so inspiring, and they show you that the gift of serving gives you so much if you join them in this. Let me share a quote that I love from Viktor Frankl about serving. The more one forgets himself by giving himself to a cause, to serve, or another person to love, the more human he is and the more he actualizes himself. And that's exactly what these stories that you'll be seeing today do. I hope that they inspire you as well to give back to your community. Service is really the antidote to depression. It's fantastic. And we couldn't be doing this today without our amazing sponsors. Mark Rowe from Henna Chevrolet and Bobby Jenkins from ABC Home and Commercial Services. These businesses invest in making our community better, and we could not bring you the stories of Five Who Care today without them. So with that, Bobby, kick it off.
Hi, I'm Bobby Jenkins with ABC Home and Commercial Services. I want to welcome you to this year's Five Who Care event. Obviously, this is not like any event we've ever had in the past, but I bet you it's still going to make a powerful impression on all of us. This event is something I look forward to every single year because every time I come, I leave here better. I leave here inspired. I learn about things that people in our community are doing that truly make this community better. While we're not all together in person, I know that when you hear these stories, when you see these people, you're going to be amazed at the wonderful things that they're doing in our community. And I want to thank KVUE, 32 years of putting on this event. That's important. That is an institutional event that matters to this community, and we're all better because of this event. So welcome, and to all of the nominees and winners, thank you for the great work you do in our community.
Hi, my name is Mark Rowe, and I'm General Manager of Henna Chevrolet. We are proud to be a partner with KVUE and ABC Home and Commercial Services on the 32nd Five Who Care Awards. Thank you so much to everyone who submitted an application. We have so many talented folks and some amazing winners this year. We have 5 amazing adults and 5 amazing kids who work so hard to make Austin a better place to live. This year has certainly been different, and we are so happy to be able to present this award virtually. On behalf of the entire Henna Chevrolet family, congratulations to the winners. Thank you for doing all that you do to make Austin a wonderful place.
Let's get to our honorees. For 10 years, our first Five Kids Who Care award winner has been giving a voice to the voiceless. She's a top fundraiser for the annual Superhero Run for CASA. She is fearless, standing up for people in situations that others might find intimidating. This Murchison middle schooler is described as hardworking, a joy to be around, and a friend to all. And it's easy to see why. Meet Lucky Cantu.
Hi, my name is Lucky Cantu. I'm 13 years old and I go to school at Murchison Middle School. During elementary school, I started as a peer mentor, helping kids that didn't speak English as their first language. I'm fluent in Chinese, so I was able to help the students there. And I really just loved being able to help out my school community. I've been working with CASA for about 12 years now. CASA helps kids that are in the foster care system have a voice in court. And I know that with my loud voice, I can help them too. At Race Day, it's kind of where we all come together after all these weeks of fundraising. And we all put on amazing costumes and we get to run and we get to be there to support the kids. And I've spoken about it with my friends and I always try to get all of them to join my team because I want them to realize how important it is to help out kids, especially ones that are like our own age. Early on, she started signing me up for different runs and started talking to me about advocating for people. She started talking to me about helping out my community, helping out my peers. And I think that really instilled in me, even as I've gotten older, I've always wanted to just mentor people and help them out and be able to use different skills that I have to help people. If you have a voice, use it to support the people around you. Everybody has a voice, you just have to find it and use it to help out.
Our first adult 5 Who Care winner is a man who has given thousands of hours of his time to help build a better life for others. He's used his time and his talent to help build homes and to train other volunteers. For years, this man has single-handedly helped ensure hundreds of families have a place to call home. Meet John Wells.
My name is John Wells, and I volunteer for Austin Habitat for Humanity and for Florence's Comfort House. Florence maintains a neighborhood refuge, you might say. She takes care of little kids, old people, homeless people, anybody that needs some kind of a hand. She tries to help. She's an amazing person and happy to do what little help I could. Habitat publishes the address where they need volunteers, and people come, and when most of the people that are there, the site leader for that particular house gets up and makes the announcements, welcomes everybody, goes through a series of safety instructions, and then explains what the tasks will be for that day. A friend of ours was volunteering for Habitat and asked me if I'd like to come along. And I said, sure. And I did, and I enjoyed it so much that I've been doing it ever since. Anything you want to learn about construction, there is someone at Habitat that can teach you and is happy to do it. All the individuals are assigned to one of the tasks at hand, and then the leaders of those particular tasks gather up those people and go start to work. When you're done for the day, you can see the results of your efforts. You can look and see that you've put up porch posts or you have put up shelving cabinets, whatever it is, it's highly visible, and you realize that the homeowner is going to enjoy that for many years. So it gives a lot of satisfaction. Those are the kinds of things that make me keep going back. I love it.
Our next 5 Kids Who Care volunteer is someone whose love of reading spawned a mission to help instill that love in others. Despite being busy with her advanced placement classes at Dripping Springs High School, this quiet leader has made it her mission to make sure children in her community have more than just one book to read. What started as a small effort has now grown to include a collection of 30,000 books and extends to communities all across the Hill Country. Meet Ramsey Hutton.
Hi, my name is Ramsey Hutton, and I'm a junior at Dripping Springs High School, and I'm the founder of Books for Love. Books for Love is a nonprofit organization that I started about 4 years ago, and through it, we provide books for kids in need in and around the Austin area. We first receive books from our community, from churches or schools, or wherever we can get in contact to have a book drop-off location. And so once we receive those books, we sort them into grade levels. Recently at Walnut Elementary, they have started every grade level chooses a service project to complete each year. The 4th grade team picked Books for Love as their service project, and it's just been a great partnership. And not only do we get more books to distribute, we also get to share our story with these 4th graders. It feels great to know that I'm having an impact on these kids, especially when I get to see it firsthand, when I'm actually handing these books to these kids and seeing pictures of them receiving them. They're just so happy about it, and it just really opens my eyes. Kids should develop a passion for reading because it's such a good way to use your imagination. And it's also just so important for a young child's education. And when kids don't have the resources to actually learn to read at a young age, then it can really affect how they learn for the rest of their lives. So it feels really nice to be able to give them the joy of reading like I had when I was young.
Our next volunteer saw the need of one family and didn't just stop by helping them. It spurred a drive to help others less fortunate. His efforts have now grown to help 1,200 children a month in our community, and he hasn't let COVID slow him down. He's an incredible example of selfless love. Meet Tom Cotter.
Hey, I'm Tom Cotter. I'm the founder of Backpack Friends. So about 6 years ago, I got word that there was a girl down the street from us, a high school girl, who had passed out in her English class, actually. She just hadn't had anything to eat all weekend. So my wife and I jumped into the situation, trying to figure out how we can feed kids in our community that don't have food to eat over the weekend. They were relying on free and reduced meals at school, so they would eat breakfast and lunch every day while they were at school, but on the weekend, they just didn't have enough to eat. In 2018, we decided to incorporate into our very own nonprofit, Backpack Friends Incorporated, to see just how many students we could feed. And by the time COVID hit, we were actually feeding 1,500 students across 3 counties, 10 school districts, and about 30 school campuses. You can imagine what it would be like if Beyonce and Costco threw a rave. That's what our packing party is. We've got music playing, and we've got kids and adults and grandparents who have this assembly line of putting food into bags, and the food is all shelf stable. We drive through the neighborhood, we drive through the city, we live in the suburbs. Everybody's house looks pretty much the same. We live in a nice community. And to realize that there were 12,000 kids, children in school who didn't have food to eat, that lived in houses that looked like mine and drove cars that looked like mine. It grabbed a hold of our heart. I mean, it really just kind of blew us away that these are the reality that these children live in, and they're right here. It's a huge blessing and a point of gratitude for me just to be able to be a part of something.
Our next 5 Kids Who Care Award winner has made it his mission to save his sister. For him, this is personal. The sophomore at Austin High School juggles his school workload while launching lemonade stands, social media campaigns, and school functions to raise awareness and money to help others. At 15, he has had to see a lot, and grow up much faster than his classmates. Yet he maintains a positive can-do spirit that inspires others. Meet Garland Benson.
Hi, my name is Garland Benson. I'm a sophomore at Austin High, and I volunteered for the Beyond Batten Disease Foundation. Batten disease has affected me and my family because my sister Christiane was diagnosed with it when she was 5 years old. When my sister was diagnosed, my parents basically just said that it's not okay. We need to come together and help find a treatment for this because that's the only thing we can really do at this point. They started off by having like fishing tournaments. We had this race called Run to the Sun. It was an overnight relay race to raise money, and they do fundraisers and events like that. I started by like spreading it out on social media. We went to like around local businesses and put like signs. I was in shock, to be honest. Like, I didn't know that if everyone comes together, anything's possible, and we have a great community. And I was just like blessed and shocked kind of at the same time. I was like, that many people care about me and my sister and everybody else that has Batten. I want to cure Batten disease. So basically a treatment just kind of slows down the progression so it doesn't get worse. But I'm kind of determined to find a cure so that she can be normal and live a normal life like anybody else.
Our next volunteer is proof that you are never too old to give back and make a difference. As part of a scuba team, this 77-year-old teaches those with disabilities how to experience newfound freedom in the water. Whether paralyzed or blind, he then takes them on a once-in-a-lifetime trip and doesn't just make memories, he's changing lives. He's thoughtful, funny, and still works full-time as a surgical technician. He doesn't plan to retire anytime soon. Meet Alan Wong.
My name is Alan Wong. I belong to a group called Eels on Wheels. It's a group of volunteer people who are divers, are scuba divers, and we take people who are in wheelchairs and we teach them to scuba dive, and then we take them overseas and we take them diving for a week. He says, I want to do that. He said, fine, I'll come and I'll teach you how to dive, then you can help. And that's how I got started. So we would take them to the Tom's Dive and Swim and put them in the swimming pool and teach them how to breathe underwater with a tank, how to wear a mask. We do at least 3 dives a day, 2 in the morning, go back for lunch, and then go dive in the afternoon, then come back and relax. Just the joy in their eyes and their conversation of what they've seen and what they experience. It's really freedom for them. They are normal people, and they don't see themselves as handicapped. They see themselves as, I still want to do things. I'm adventurous. You're going to teach me how to dive? I'm ready. Let's go. One of the phrases that we use with the Eels on Wheels, every day is a school day. You learn something every day. And to learn is also to teach.
A cancer diagnosis changes your life, especially when you're a kid. But this next 5 Kid Who Cares award winner only lets that drive her passion to help others. She's battled so much in her own life, fighting through her own treatment for cancer. It was a challenge, and one that makes most people want to leave it all behind. But not this 9th grader. It has been the driving force that has inspired her to help other families going through what she knows all too well. Meet Mariah Manzano.
Hi, my name is Mariah. I'm in 9th grade and I work with Loving Libby's Memorial Foundation. It's a long process to get treatment. They keep it in a freezer or they keep it in the fridge to where people in the clinic can just go to the fridge and heat it up and eat it. It's so creamy, it's perfectly made, there's no mistakes. At first, when you go there, it is scary. You see people who are suffering from, cancer. You feel so sad, and it's scary because you're one of the kids that has it and you're getting treatment. And the macaroni and cheese just makes you feel better after you eat something, and it's more of a comfort food when Miss Libby makes it. I decided to help Loving Libby's because she helped me. And I felt like if she helped me, I need to give back and help her bring comfort to other families with her food, because her food does bring a lot of comfort, to believe it or not. And I just really wanted to help because she helped me, like I said. There's a lot that you can do to make someone have hope, but the thing that you can do the most is just be there for them. I want to have my story and show people that, hey, I got through this, and just have a connection with the kids who have cancer.
So many of these volunteers make you want to be a better person, and that is definitely true of our next honoree. From the moment he opened his hearing practice, he was looking for ways to help others. His efforts started with the School for the Deaf and have now grown to include nursing and assisted living centers. He's thoughtful, kind, generous, and a blessing to all who know him. Meet Salim.
Hi, my name is Salim Asaf. I am a licensed hearing aid dispenser. When I asked if I could join the list, they asked me, what list are you talking about? There was no such list. No hearing centers were supporting the School for the Deaf. So I started a program with the Texas School for the Deaf where I purchase hearing aids and hearing equipment for students in need who fall outside the realms of state programs or private programs. It's such a straightforward question, why keep helping the community? I can only say, why not? As a member of the Austin community and running a business in the Austin community, I can't imagine doing anything else. Being able to make a difference in a person's life by opening up the world to them again through easier communication, more self-confidence, being more willing to be social, and it's a joy to make that impact on a person's life. That quick of a change in a person's outlook and personality is wonderful to see.
Our next 5 Kids Who Care winner is proof that you can give no matter your age. As a second grader, Duray Buckley has gone above and beyond to help a special needs student. She is selfless, caring, and thoughtful, and sacrifices her time and talents to ensure this student succeeds and feels part of every group, every crowd. Duray is an example of how all of us can give just a simple gift of time and energy, and it goes a long way to make others feel accepted and appreciated. Meet Duray Buckley.
My name is Duray Buckley. I'm 9 years old and I go to school at River Place Elementary. So her name was Layla, and I helped her like do some like math and stuff to make sure she gets it right and stuff. And I really wanted to be her friend because she was kind and thankful. It makes me feel happy because I love to see her little smile every day when she's happy, and I'm thankful for her because she's so nice, and I really hope she has the best time of her life. Life depends on other things more than just hate and stuff.
So many of our memories are tied to music and dance, and our last volunteer has used her talents in both to help the young and the young at heart since 2013. She is dedicated, creative, talented, and funny, and even when going through her own struggles and challenges, has put others before herself. Meet Mercedes Chung.
Today, while the blossoms still cling to the vine, I'll taste your strawberry. Golden Strings of Love is a music group with Hawaiian dancing incorporated in it. As a group, we serve the senior population on a monthly basis. Approximately 10 years ago, I was seeking ways to pick up my own happiness, and I had found out that there's got to be other people who are like me. The senior population tends to be the quote-unquote forgotten population in my mind. You'll hear music, you'll hear singing, may hear clapping, or you may see some of us standing up actually dancing or leading a dance, an audience participating in our dancing. I wanted to find a way to serve these seniors the way that I would like my mom to be served where she is in Hong Kong. It's becoming like a monthly meeting with old friends, not by age, but longtime friends. Very soon did I realize that by giving, the reward is more than 100 times than if I were to sit around and do nothing. So the reward is definitely much, much higher than I would ever have expected. All the joy that is mine today.
No shortage of inspiration, right? Every year, KVUE, ABC Home and Commercial Services, and Henna Chevrolet are tasked with finding 10 volunteers worthy of being honored. And every year, our teams outdo themselves. We are so thankful for you, the volunteers, for all that you do to make Central Texas such a great place to live, and hope that your work inspires others to do what Martin Luther King Jr. once asked. Life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others? Thanks for joining us.